Chapter 18, Part 2, Return of the Rain. While Pearl and Dr. Wu stayed with the Rain Dragon, Ben and Metalmouth ran back to the dragon's paw. Using his flame, Metalmouth separated one of the chain's links from the others. Then Ben wrapped the tip of Metalmouth's tail around the link, and Metalmouth dragged it back to the Rain Dragon's head. As the others watched, Metalmouth melted, melded, shaped, and soldered a beautiful silver horn. It was a work of art, just like his nest. Ben, Pearl, and Dr. Wu carried the horn up the Rain Dragon's face and set it carefully on top of the hole. The doctor used an adhesive specifically designed to reattach horns. "It should hold for at least 1,000 years, she said. The ground shuddered. "She's moving," Pearl said. Just as the Rain Dragon opened her eyes, Ben, Pearl, and Dr. Wu slid down her nose and jumped onto the ground. The dragon raised her head. After batting her long eyelashes, she reached up with one of her paws and touched the new horn. The edges of her mouth turned upward. "She feels better," Dr. Wu said. Then, all at once, the dragon's body bloomed with color. It was as if someone had used a giant eraser on her. All the brown disappeared. Her skin turned lime green, her mane buttery yellow, her eyes tangerine orange, her whiskers ocean blue. She was a living rainbow. "We must show her our respect." Dr. Wu placed her palms together and bowed. Ben, Pearl, and Metalmouth did likewise. The Rain Dragon bowed her head. Then she exhaled a long string of clouds. "Wow," Metalmouth said. "I wish I could do that." The clouds floated above their heads, blocking the sun. The air immediately cooled. Ben took a long, refreshing breath. His sweat was gone. Even his sunburn disappeared. Metalmouth's scales glistened with dew. The Rain Dragon extended one of her claws and drew something in the hardened ground. It was a symbol, and it looked like this. Ben had seen it before, but he didn't know what it meant. Then she took to the sky, her long, snake-like body gliding in S shapes and circles. The clouds sighed and let loose their rain. Drops the size of golf balls fell onto the parched ground. Ben wiped water from his eyes. Pearl tilted her head and opened her mouth. "I'm drinking imaginary water," she said, "and it tastes great." Ben drank some too. Metalmouth lapped from a puddle. The strange symbol disappeared as the ground turned to mud. Then newborn shoots began to sprout. In a few minutes, what had been a dry wasteland was transformed into a lush carpet of greenery. Ben was soaked all the way through to his skin, but he didn't care. As rain rolled down his face, he thought only of the amazing sight above him, a wingless dragon looping and gliding across the sky. "Our work here is done," Dr. Wu announced. She reached into her coat pocket and pulled out a vial of yellow fairy dust. "Wait," Pearl said. "Shouldn't we find out who took the Rain Dragon's horn? My Aunt Millie knows how to check for fingerprints. Maybe we could borrow the equipment from her." "There is no need. I already know who took the horn." She sprinkled some dust in the newly sprung grass. "Step back." The tornado appeared as it had on the 10th floor, swirling and thundering. Ben wasn't afraid this time. He didn't need to be pushed or convinced. He stepped right in.